Hey, Miguel Martinez Juarez here. So today I want to talk about affirmations and how to create your affirmations. There's going to be two ways. I don't say general because these aren't general. No, these are not general. Is that I've seen these done differently, okay? But they have the one premise or general idea. You got to say it in present tense. So let's start. Now, an affirmation must be said in the present tense, okay? And it must have I, okay? I am this, right? Typically, okay? Now, the purpose of an affirmation is to make you feel good. Feeling is the power that creates, that attracts, okay? Because if you say something without feeling, it's not gonna happen. If you don't feel like the person who is experiencing that which you want to experience or have with that which you want, you're never gonna have it. Because then you're not in harmony with what you want. You have to be in harmony with it. You have to be able to pretend this is a vibration. When you become on vibration, you become that, okay? Feeling is vibration. Now, if you're in contrast to that, you won't get it. Usually by resisting, by fearing, by being fearful. Because if you had full faith, full belief, it would happen just instantly or right away, right? It would happen right away. So you got to put a feeling to it, right? Like, I am so happy and grateful now that I own a black Chevy Avalanche truck. I feel so good about it, right? Specific truck, and you have a specific feeling, right? Or a positive feeling, all right? For me, I would visualize it, right? I would visualize it. I visualize driving the car. I would the truck, and I would also feel the wheel, feel the car, feel the truck. I keep saying car, yeah, because I've always had a car before. Now I have a truck. I have a truck now, and I would be grateful for it. So I do gratitude every day, 3 times a day. And I do 10 things or more. If I don't feel it, I keep writing the things. I keep writing the things that I'm grateful for until I feel good, like almost tearful, like it's just so full of joy and blessings, right? That's what I would do, but it's still an affirmation. I would write, I am grateful for my truck, right? My black Chevy Avalanche truck. But for you, you gotta put, I am grateful for my Lamborghini. I am grateful for my Mercedes. I am grateful for my what have you, right? Now, so you write the affirmation, you have one, the goal, I'm so happy, grateful now that I have whatever it is that you want, right? Now you're it, right? And you're being grateful for it. And then you say, you could end the affirmation and say, now that I have this, I feel ecstatic, good, loved, confident, happy, feel good, what have you. Okay, now here's the second way you gotta do it, and I really recommend you do it this second way. The second way is adding the 1 and the 2 that I just wrote, right? That I just said, the goal, the feelings, and then saying, it is so under grace in a perfect way. When you say it is so under grace in a perfect way, you're saying that it's already complete, right? And it is done under grace in a perfect way, okay? Under grace is done through a good way, the right way, right? Done well. And not through blessing, right? Done through blessing. And it's done perfectly, right? Harmoniously, okay? With the divine plan, okay? Which is what God wants you to do. Which is also part of your self-expression, your perfect self-expression, the person you are supposed to become, right? Everyone has a purpose. Everyone has certain things that they love to do. That's part of your purpose, right? Some people like to play basketball. Some people like to create products. Some people like to draw. Some people like to sing. Some people like to invent. Some people like business, etc., 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 right? So you add that. It is done under grace in a perfect way. Okay, now this one is connected to infinite intelligence, to divine mind. Okay, it's more spiritual than the other affirmations that other teachers will tell you. But I use that because I have an understanding of God, okay? And I'm not ashamed to say it, right? I'm not here to keep this a secret, right? I'm here to share it so that you experience, you know, the best life that you can, okay? So that's an affirmation you should add. You should definitely add that, okay? But again, the premise of an affirmation, okay, is to feel good. The moment you start feeling it, you start attracting it, you start creating it, okay? Now I want to share one from Florence's book, all right? An affirmation that she made for a man. She says, and this was for success. A man called asking me to speak the word for his right work, job. I gave him the statement, behold, I have set before thee the open door of destiny, and no man shall shut it. It didn't seem to make much impression. So I was inspired to add, and no man shall shut it, for it is nailed back. So his door for success was nailed back, so nobody could stop him, right? The man was electrified and went out walking on air. Joyful, right? Now, within a few weeks, he was called to a distant city to fill a wonderful position, which came about in a miraculous way. So, that's one of her students, right, or one of her clients. You gotta have emotion in it, okay? You gotta have emotion in it. This is what I was telling one of my clients as well. You have to have the emotions of your goal, right? Or else it's not gonna happen. Okay, now let's go back to fundamentals. Okay, for you to receive something, you gotta think it, which demand it, right? I have this, right? I am this. I am X, right? You gotta feel it. You have to believe it, and you have to expect it. Okay, believing is the faith, being non-resistant, letting things go, whatever comes up, letting it go, staying in the emotions of it, staying positive, staying faithful, knowing that your source is God. Okay, there's no other antagonist coming to get you, right? Or a person coming to make things bad for you. No, it's only what you're attracting. Okay, is what you're gonna get. Okay, and you expect it. You make the way for it. You dig the ditches. You get prepared. You make the space, right? For example, if this man, if say he wanted to get a job outside of his state because he just didn't want to, he felt like he didn't want to stay in his state anymore, he would have gave a notice to the manager and said, hey, you know, I'm gonna be moving out next month, right? And would have sold all his stuff and got some luggage, right? What is it called? Luggage bags to put his things in there and get ready to move. Has he had the job yet? No. But he's moving in faith. He's digging his ditches. Okay? So, this is my video on affirmations. Make sure it feels good. Okay? Make sure it feels good. Make sure it really feels good. This is the example I want to share here. I was inspired to share this video because I'll create this video because Florence's example, her student felt ecstatic, and that's the key. That's the key, right? Even though I've been manifesting things, I kind of just went off of my visualization, but because my visualization was so good, I would feel the truck, you know, I would feel my desire, right? And it manifested, and that's the key because it's the feeling. And also, I was attracted to Leor Alexandra's videos, and there was one video where she spoke about the feeling. She actually is the one who said this. If there's no power behind it, there's no. I don't know. She adds power by emotion because then that backs up That backs up her thoughts, her words, and her actions, right? The emotion is backing up her thoughts, her words, and her actions, right? That's what you're doing, but you also need to have the emotions in it, okay? You need to have the emotions in it. Now, here's a little disclaimer. If you're doing something that you're fearful of, but you're stepping forward to do something that you're fearful, you're now brave. You're not moving forward, but now you're just conflicting in the vibrations. So take it, you know, you're feeling one is you getting to your vibration, the other one is like you're fighting your opposite vibration, your opposite paradigm, your opposite programming. You know, your old self, you could say, your old self-image, and you're becoming the new. Move forward, keep moving, despite the feeling of being uncomfortable. Take it as excitement. You want to take it as excitement. I've heard this before from someone, but you want to take it as excitement and move past it. And then you've created, right? It's like doing the vehicle one, right? When I want to go look for my truck, I didn't have the money. I thought about, oh, I'll find a way, right? All right. But so my old thinking, my old self, who said, like, oh, you gotta have the money, you gotta have it saved up, to etc., was kind of fighting my new self, my new awakened self, knowing that all supply is here, that God provides all the supply. Source, you could say, provides the supply, right? Not the job, not the U.S. bank, God. So it happens through miraculous ways, right? And then you step forward, and you break through, okay? So I hope you like this one. I know I kind of went through a lot of the examples, but I'm going to give the affirmation again, the form of the affirmation. Make sure it's in present tense, okay? Make sure it has a feeling, has strong feelings in it, so that it gives you strong feelings. And number 3, that it is done under grace and perfect ways, okay? All right. I hope you like this one. And